I broke up with my boyfriend because he yelled at me. I'm a 29-year-old woman. He and I dated for about 8 months. Our relationship was fine. We did things together, we had fun. There weren't any obvious red flags, but I always got this feeling that he didn't value me much. At times he seemed a bit cold and acted like he was annoyed with me for no apparent reason. It all came to a head when, 3 days ago when we were hanging out at my place, he asked me to hand him the TV remote. I was sitting right next to him on the couch and was working on my laptop. I reached for the remote without looking and accidentally handed him my phone instead. I thought it was funny after I realized what I had done. I laughed as I handed him the actual remote. He had that same annoyed look on his face. He began yelling at me and called me a stupid bitch. I was stunned. I have never raised my voice at him, or disrespected him in any way. I did not deserve to be treated this way. I told him our relationship was over and asked him to leave. He told me to calm down and stop overreacting. I simply walked to the front door, opened it wide and told him to get out, and never come back. He walked out telling me I was being dramatic. The very next day I returned the presents he had given me. They meant nothing to me now. My friends are telling me that I did overreact and I shouldn't just end a relationship because he yelled at me once, and have asked me to patch things up. His friends too began harassing me on social media. I blocked them all, his friends, not mine. I'm not going to reach out to him to try to work things out as some people have suggested. Because I know that I do not deserve this treatment. I've always treated him with respect and I deserve that in return. I just needed to tell somebody. Thank you for reading. I chose to stay with a boyfriend who yelled at me because he was mad I had walked and gotten him a coffee and woke him up 5 minutes early to give it to him. I married that dude, and got yelled at for 20 years. Now I leave people who yell at me over nothing. You are smart. You'll do better than I did. Good luck. Not going to lie, I can be a pain in the ass. My husband has never treated me badly, and he's never called me names. You 100% did the right thing. You teach people how to treat you. If you'd let him stay, it's just telling him that he's right to treat you that way. I wish more people had the good sense to end a crappy relationship early. More often than not, in my experience, that is a sign of someone's true nature. Being so quick to anger and insults is probably something he's been suppressing and he finally let it out. In my limited knowledge of him, it sounds like things had the potential to get much worse, possibly on a regular basis. You stood up for yourself and didn't let him treat you like that. I think you made the right choice, Op. Excellent example of self-compassion and proper boundaries. I'm not adding much to this but just wanted to agree that you're not overreacting. That is no reason to call anyone a stupid bitch, much less raise your voice in annoyance. I can't imagine calling my wife that for any reason. A lot of things would have had to go wrong for it to end up there. Now, silly bitch. Yes, that happens. But we're both silly bitches. That is why we're married to each other. My ex was like this. I was an inconvenience to him, it always seemed, and I wish I'd done what you did when he started yelling. We were together for 9 years and were having screaming matches till the end, but when it started I was naive and thought he would change for me. I still get a pit in my stomach when I think about him calling me a crazy bitch or laughing at me while I cry or telling me I need help like it's an insult. Good for you for getting out before it got worse. You know, the number one thing I ask people when they complain about odd yet inappropriate issues in their relationship is, well, why are you with them? A lot of people don't have the self-respect to do what you did. That's awesome. Good for you. You did not overreact, you took care of yourself and your mental health will thank you for that. If your friends care about you, they will understand that. Your friends were not in your relationship and cannot tell you how you should feel in your relationship. What they choose to accept in their own is up to them, but that does not impact yours. What they consider fixable may not be what you consider fixable. Also, your ex was a boss in my opinion. I think breaking up was long overdue.